of a particular person whose age is 24. We are reading his hand, and generally, everybody wants to know about the money aspect in their life. And the money aspect, although we have to look at the money line, this is the line of money pointing towards the area of Saturn. Normally, everybody has it, it's not that nobody has it. And it's the quality of the line and how it is that governs that how our life is going to be. So this portion is the earlier portion of our life, and when it touches the line of head, the age is roughly 35. And when it touches the heart line, the age is roughly 53. So this point is 53, this is 35, this is before the age of 35. So in the initial period, it appears to be very, very stable. The first thing is that. The second thing is that consider money line to be something like a river, and another tributary joining in is considered to be more money flow happening at this particular age, although it may start at a age before it actually touches the main money line. But so the age is roughly going to be, if this point is age 35, this age is going to be roughly 30 to 33. That's the approximate age when it's going to finally happen. And because it is starting from an early portion, so it could start before the age of 32 as well, maybe 3 4 5 years. It is now the starting portion of the money line is on the mount of moon. This is the mount of moon. Moon is a changeable planet, and whenever the money line starts on the mount of moon, it brings in benefits to this particular person from mother, sister, wife, daughter, females, and friends, and unknown people as well, and through public appreciation, service industry. So all these things are likely to bring benefit to such a person. And if they are doing something like those things, a work that is quite changeable, the person could benefit a lot. And uh, this portion of the line, when it touches the main money line, sometimes this point could also be the timing of marriage. It's not a sure shot sign of marriage, but it could be the timing of marriage. So this point is roughly going to be 32. That's the rough estimate, I would say. You'd also notice that when we zoom in, it appears that the line is actually not merging into the main line, but maybe in due course it may merge in, and that would be considered a better sign instead of just the line coming and stopping out here. And there's a good possibility it is going to merge in. I would also like to add out here is that this money line, it kind of ends on the headline. So when it is ending, so this age is age 35. So a break, there appears to be a break, and new lines are basically developing somewhere out here. So when there's a break on the line of money, we can call it Saturn line or any other line as well. So what happens is that some problems may come about in this particular person's life at the age of 35. And the problems could be two or three different kinds. The first problem could be job loss, work loss, business loss. The first thing is that sometimes it could be something else. It could also mean the main earning member of the family, their health or wealth goes down, so more responsibility falls onto that particular person's head. The third could be one's personal life can also get disturbed due to a break in the line of money. So any one of these can get applied in one's life. Now coming back to the thing is that people generally think that money line is the only line to refer for money, but my take is that we can look for money aspect on almost any portion of your palm, and any line can also basically indicate towards money. Even your headline can talk about money, even your heart line. We have to try to correlate it. The way I correlate is that when we look at the line of head, so the line of head is the line of your thought process. It is not the line of intelligence, just your thought process. So this portion, this is the headline, this is the money line, this intersection is age 35. So this portion of the headline is before the age of 35, this portion is after the age of 35. And we are going to talk about the earlier portion because this is the important portion. This is where we build our life. And And on this particular portion, we do find that there are one or two lines that are kind of pointing a little bit downwards. They are pointing a little bit downwards towards the area of Mount of Moon. This is the Mount of Moon. So this is the headline. So there are one or two branches downwards, and this thing is happening before the age of 35, somewhere around the age of, let's say, 30, 31. That's the rough estimate, and pointing towards the Mount of Moon. Now, the if the whole line was dipping downwards, I would have not said anything bad. But a line is the main line is here, and a small line is pointing downwards. This is where I can say it is could be seen as a negative sign. The reason why I say so is because I'm just explaining. Let's consider the fingertips to be your head and the sky, lower portion of the palm to be the earth and the gravity. So, and this is the headline. So, a downward line is something like, it basically means a rope is basically pulling the head downwards. So, this could mean something to do with mental disappointments, that things are not happening according to our wishes. So, and the amount of moon is also the area of imagination and visualization. If the whole line was dipping, it was okay. But a small line in the early portion of your life, if it is dipping towards and pointing towards the amount of moon, then it is considered to be a negative sign. Because why to have, like, why to become impractical in the earlier portion? Because moon is also about looking into the future and towards impracticality as well. So that is the reason why I would say it is considered to be negative. Now, if we zoom in into the image again, and you'd find that one or two indications are good. This point is age 35 on the headline. So this is the headline. There's an upward kind of lines, one or two upward kind of lines pointing towards the Mount of Mercury. So Mount of Mercury, this is the area of Mount of Mercury. Mount of Mercury is the area for calculations and communication. This is the area for skill, everything. And upward line pointing towards the Mount of Mercury, according to the book, says that something to do with being an author or writing or something like this. But my take is that upward is like there was, I mentioned, uh, there was a downward line out here, that is mental disappointment. Upward is the opposite of mental disappointment. It means upliftment of the mind. The line is moving towards the Mercury and it is moving towards the sky. So upward basically means your mind is getting uplifted. Mind getting uplifted is only going to be due to some good things happening, probably in your career, probably in other aspects of your life, and that is the reason why it is considered to be a beautiful sign to have. One more thing is that in a subtle way, when we look at the line of head, what we find is that a simple line towards the end is always good, because when it is good and simple kind, it basically means that we are more content in our life. So whatever we have got or whatever we are getting, we are content in our life. So that is the reason why it is considered to be a beautiful sign. It may appear to be simple, but even a simple line can give very good result. Now, to look for money on your heartline, my take is that the heartline is purely and purely ending on the amount of Saturn. Most good businessmen, they would have the heartline end under the amount of Saturn. When it ends under the amount of Saturn, basically it signifies the heart. The heart is targeting towards Saturn. The heart is wanting the things Saturn represents, and Saturn represents money, possessions, wealth, wisdom, and responsibility. So, a person who has this kind of a formation basically is considered to be a person who would be able to make more money in their life. And the reason basically, it is basically because they are seeking the qualities of the Saturn mount, and Saturn is all about money, possessions, wealth. So they are responsible, they are wise, they are, because Saturn represents all these things, and they are able to manage money very well, because Saturn is all about money. So these people could be very good money managers. They are able to accumulate money, they want money, they respect money, they pray for money. So people who do this are the ones who are likely to make more money. There could be few people, you would say that everybody wants money, but the reality is that not everybody is working towards money. A person who has a long heart line may not work towards it. They may have the opportunity, but still they may not be able to avail the whole opportunity in their life, and that is the reason why it could not bring all the things that they want in their life. So I would just end my video right here, and I would again basically make another small video and share it with you. Thanks, bye, and take care.